Hello guys, this is Williams, Watchbox, etc. And today I will be giving you a special review. This is a review on the Airsoft Colt M1911A1. This is an Airsoft blowback gun. It is mostly metal, but it is not gas blowback. So still got the orange tip, and that lets you know that it is not a fatally wounding weapon. So I will tell you that this gun here, this Colt, is not my first airsoft gun, but it is the best one that I've got. Up here you can see the logo, the Colt logo, and then the model M1911A1, and it's very heavy. It's got some weight to it. And it's also an interesting little weapon because it's got a different trigger than normal. And it's got this interesting trigger here. It's kind of curved. It's not like normal triggers where it's just up here. This is actually a proper trigger that activates the entire mechanism, and this has more than one mechanism. This is the safety. It's a lot better of a safety than my other gun. This gun, the safety is on the other side. The safety is right here. You can barely notice it. And it's just a piece of plastic stopping the trigger. You can still cock it. You can still take the mag out. This safety is just a piece of plastic, and it's not very good. This was only a $20 airsoft gun. It's good for beginners, but it went and broke on me. So now I bought this one, which this one has a very interesting safety. It's actually got a whole mechanism here, and another interesting thing about this is it's actually got a hammer. Doesn't do anything, it's just for looks, but it adds a great deal of realism to the gun. Here, if we flip it around, well, at the front you can see the crosshairs to help your aim. I usually don't use them. I find them, well, I really don't like small crosshairs. This one over here has a bit of a bigger crosshair. You can see that's raised up a lot more than this one is, and it's a bit bulkier. But I like the look of this gun better since it's more round. Here you can actually see the inner mechanisms. I was really thinking that when you cocked the gun, it was actually going to open this up like my friend's gun, but it doesn't. And I kind of like the fact that it doesn't, because something could drop into there and gum up the works. Over here, I'm not quite sure what this is for. I think it's just for looks. I think in the real Colt M1911, this was the hammer safety, but that's just for looks. It's got a nice plastic grip here. The Colt logo, it's got that horse because Colt is a type of horse. And here is the warning, and you should not buy this if you're 18 years or younger unless you have parental supervision while using it. Now, to cock it, simply grab this, pull it back, and let go. It's got a very nice tight spring to it, and when you fire it off, it's got quite a loud bang to it. Over here, when we cock the gun, it sounds very cheap. Then when you fire it, it's loud, but it doesn't sound as smooth as it should. See, there's that one. Then this one, it sounds more realistic when you cock it. Also, when you cock it, you see here, you can see the spring actually moving, and I just cocked it a bit. And when you cock it also, the hammer comes back, and it's like it's actually hitting the bullet, but it's not, the BB. And this gun takes 6mm BBs. I use the biodegradable ones because they're better for the environment. Still not all that good, but they're better. You can see lots of screws and bolts and stuff here, and it's overall there's a bit more of metal to this. Me and my dad believe that some of this is metal and a bit of the trigger and inner workings, but we haven't taken a look at the mags quite yet. So with this mag, you press the button over on this side, the mag slides out. It's not just like a normal drop mag. You can have this thing on the side, and the mag actually has a spring that pushes it out. And this mag has a couple metal bars in it. I'm not really sure what that's for. I think it's just to weigh it down in your pocket, saying, you know, oh, I've got a BB mag in here. So a bit of safety for that if you don't want to bring BB mags full of BBs to school, because that's probably a terrible idea. A cool feature about this is you bring this down, the place to load the BBs, bring it down, and it locks into place there. To unlock it after you've filled it with BBs by holding this back and putting all the BBs in, it's quite simple. It's very smooth put. You just click this, and it all goes back up, and you are ready to shoot your BBs. Now, to put it in, you simply slide it in, but you have to get it in the right spot because it can't be like beside the plastic. That's one thing I don't like about it. On this other gun, it's a drop mag, but lots of times it doesn't drop, which shows that's not a very good mag. And this mag is a bit different. This mag actually has, by the way, this is the Smith & Wesson Chief Special 45, this crappy one over here. This mag doesn't lock into place, but what it does do is it has a fast reload mechanism, which you put the BBs in here. It's a holding chamber for about 60 to 70 BBs. You pull this back and you hit them in, and it goes in. Well, one thing that I like about this, it just slides in. There's no actual positioning here. But since this is a much thinner mag, there's actually a bit of positioning going on. Also, a difference between these two guns is that this on the Colt, the entire slide is metal. On this one, everything is plastic, save the screws and springs and stuff, but that's small little tidbits. See? And then it's a lot of a harder sound. This is metal. And this doesn't even show any kind of fake hammer in it on the back. Nothing at all. But this does. And I think overall it's a much cooler gun. It definitely weighs you down a lot more, and it's got a lot more realism with this black slide and the metal parts on it. But it does cost a deal more. This one over here only cost $20 because it's all plastic, and it broke on me. It jams a lot. But on this one, cost me about $60. So I'd say that one's a better beginner gun. But if you actually want to go really hardcore at the beginning and you don't want a gun that breaks on you the next year, this is the way to go with the Colt M1911A1. That'll be all for this time, and I will see you all next time.